Hello, and welcome to the BadgerTank.
Oh yeah.
Now, this video is a little different to what we've done before. See, me and Woody were talking earlier, and we were just having, we thought it was a pretty interesting conversation, so at one point we just thought, should we record this? You know,
Yeah.
people might be interested in what we're saying. So, this is kind of a podcasty kind of thing. Conversation quite a bit. It's over an hour long, I think, something like that. But yeah, so
And you get to see some Guild Wars footage. So.
yeah, so in the
There you go.
background is going to be some World v World Guild Wars 2 footage. Now, I'm only about 45 at the moment, so, but I'm still learning the game. But yeah, it's quite good. I fucking love the World v World, as you'll hear, I'm sure, soon. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this, we might make this a regular thing where we just talk shite.
Once every while or something when we have something interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, and if anyone has a beta key for Planetside 2, I'm in, but Jared isn't. Now, we might be doing some tutorials, and we would really appreciate a beta key.
Yeah, like that'd be oh man.
If
like
someone had one.
The guy who gives Firefall keys, we love you. I think it was PS is crazy. You're awesome. If you've got a Planetside 2 beta key, man, you can hook me up. I'd totally be into that.
Because they're fucking nearly impossible to get. I don't know.
Anyway, so that's enough of this shite intro. Here's the conversation. So hope you enjoy it. And if you like it, please like, subscribe, comment, rate. I don't know, do something
like that. Yeah.
Fucking shout at the screen. Give out to us. We don't care. Anyway, enough of this rambling. What are we doing? Anyway,
on with the conversation.
On with the conversation.
Anyway, yeah, I'm looking here at the website. I see cash, station cash. Now I don't know what you used station cash for. Anyway, yeah, I was in Planetside 2 earlier.
Yeah.
It was epic. Yeah, that scene from Saving Private Ryan, you know, the beginning where fucking shit goes to hell.
Yeah, it's storming Normandy, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much like that. There was shit going down all around me. You know, like I was running up a hill and there was bombs going left, right and centre. I was like, oh shit. And there was this guy saying, come on, run up the hill. And like I wasn't even in his squad. just this random guy saying, get up the hill, come on, let's go.
Oh, is it actually broken down to squads?
Yeah, the squads in it. There's bigger thing, company or fucking something like that, where there could be hundreds of people in it, then squads in between all of that, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Like before that, right? We were pinned down in a base. And everyone was spawning into it, so there was hundreds of people spawning into this place, and we were getting fucking basically spawn camped. But we kind of we got out of it a bit, and like there was planes flying around us and shooting bombs and the whole lot, and we kind of forced our way out of it. There was more people spawning in all the time and just forcing the way out of the base, and then it was like, right guys, up the hill. I was like, holy shit, yeah. This is a bit too much.
Complete like sensory overload.
Yeah.
What the but I suppose was that your first time playing it? When did you get the beta key?
I got it last night, so I played a bit last night, but nothing major. I got into it, and I was like, oh, options, loads of options. I love options.
Yeah, I was like, I love options too.
Yeah, so it's kind of, yeah, it's not the easiest game in the world. Like it's a little complicated.
Well, it's an MMO shooter. I mean, it's going to be fairly complex.
Yeah. Well, yeah, simple stuff like spawning in and that kind of thing. It takes you a little while to get used to. So I was pretty much doing that last night. Got killed shitloads of times. Killed a few people today though. I don't know how to reload ammo in a tank, which is annoying me.
Maybe you need a second.
I got a tank and I killed like 4 people in the tank until I ran out of ammo, and then I went back to base and I couldn't reload the ammo, or I had to wait. What is it, like 800 seconds for a new tank? So
What?
Yeah, when you buy a vehicle,
And you gotta wait for it to be shipped in.
There's a timer on it. Well, apart from one vehicle, I think there was one flying vehicle that I didn't have to wait for some reason, but that could have been a glitch. I'm not sure, but or it might be that the other vehicle was still alive,
or maybe they were testing it or something.
I don't know.
And they're just like having it like, here, take this vehicle for free, test it away.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't looked up anything on this. The only thing I've seen on Planetside at all is like the odd video here and there. I haven't fucking read anything because like. Well, I want part of the game to be a surprise to me when I start playing it, and also, you know, it's just so many other things to play at the moment.
I'm kind of like that. I don't want to look at anything, but then I just fail miserably and look at every single little thing on it before I go into it.
Well done.
so yeah, I suck.
But so like? Do you have to choose a faction at the start? I saw. I don't know. I didn't play the old Planetside, and like anything I've read about it, it just says, "Oh, Vanu are the best." It was like, "Oh, fuck Vanu. I'm the fucking the purple glowy shooty ones." Yeah. I have no idea. Like, I'm just lost.
Yeah. This is how it goes. Which again confused me at the start. Like I was, what the fuck is going on here? Because I didn't. I knew that you had to pick a faction, or there was something like that. But when I went in, it gave me the option to pick. Whichever faction I wanted to pick, and I was like, "Oh Jesus, is this it?" Once I picked this, is there no going back? Like, oh my god! And I knew a lot of people were going new conglomerate, whatever the fuck they're called,
something
NC. Yeah, something like that. So I said, right, I'll pick them and see how it goes. But what it is basically you pick a character, you go on a certain server, and on that server you're the character. Now you can make multiple different characters actually, but if you're getting loads of points on one character, that just stays with that character.
Yeah.
So there's no point making a shitload of different characters.
It's kind of like it is pretty much like any of the MMOs I used to play. Like I played World of Warcraft for years. Like you go to a server, you make a character, you're that character. Any advancement that character gets was locked to that character, except for the odd little bit of item here and there. Like more recently, Blizzard have made it so that it's like a lot of stuff is count wide and such. I think it's come up in the new expansion. I don't know. I don't pay attention to it anymore. I don't play. But like, yeah, that's basically it when it comes to an MMO. It's like that one character, all that advancement is that character's. Like you haven't played any MMOs ever, have you?
No,
your kind of
thing. It's not my cup of tea at all. But no, this is like Battlefield mixed with an MMO or something like that. But it's quite good. It's very beta. Very, very beta at the moment. There's a lot of bugs, a lot of like my joystick. I've learned that it doesn't work. I get into it playing and it just barrel rolls constantly. I can't get out of it. It's just there barrel rolling. Like I see the video on Reddit this morning of playing barrel rolling, right? And I didn't realize it at the time. I was like looking at that. I was like, how is he doing that? Now I realize how he was doing that because his fucking joystick was fucking up.
Is it the joystick that's fucked up, or does the game just not?
Well, the joystick is fine. It's the drivers are not the driver. It's just compatibility with the game. They haven't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
it's too sensitive. Like, there's a dead point on the joystick, or there should be a dead point on the joystick that's a little bit big. That if you move it left or right, just a tiny little bit, that it wouldn't register in the game. But that's not in Planetside. Like if you literally tip your hand off the joystick, it'll start barrel rolling. Like there's no way to get out of it. You go the other way and it
barrel rolls the other way.
It fucks up. It's visually fucked up, but I'd say they'll work on that. Not many people.
Beta's beta, so
yeah, not a huge amount of people have joysticks either, and keyboard controls are decent enough. They're not too bad.
Well, I don't know. You still get a lot. Well, not a huge amount of people, but you still get people who are like dedicated to playing like flying vehicles and such. Like you even got it in Tribes. You used to see people all the time earlier on when we played that being strikes constantly. And
joysticks.
Like, I don't know if they were using joysticks, but I mean like people like to get dedicated to a flying machine. So like if you think about people who are into flight sims and stuff. Yeah. You know, they may also be into shooters. I'd imagine a good few would have joysticks now.
Oh, they probably, a good few of them would. So, but I'd say it's probably quite a way down on the to-do list.
It's probably not that high, a priority thing.
There's other bugs where this guy, you can, I don't know how to do it. I've seen a couple of videos on it, and I've seen people in game doing it, where they're lying on the ground, like on their belly, and they're walking at a normal speed, but all you see is them on their belly, going just floating along the ground. It's retarded. They're getting on a quad bike, just lying on the quad bike. It's kind of like a DayZ bug. I've seen it in DayZ too.
Yeah, I've seen that shit in DayZ. Oh, have you seen any of the one-person mech things they have? It's like really heavy armor.
Yeah. I don't. A lot of people are saying they're overpowered. I don't know. Like, well, I've been playing with the conglomerate. Whatever. Bleh. God, that one.
Just call them the lads from Kong.
The yellow and blue guys.
The yellow, or that even, the yellow and blue guys.
The yellow and blue guys. Yeah, I've been playing with them, and the max out. Okay, maybe if you upgrade it fully or something like that, it could be possibly upgraded. But as it is, when it's not upgraded, it doesn't seem that overpowered. Like, you have a flax cannon for taking out aircraft, which is pretty much, well, it's okay used against infantry, but I've hit a couple of guys 2 or 3 times and they didn't die with it. And then you have a grenade launcher on the other arm, which it has a long enough range, but there's a major arc on it, so you have to be quite accurate at a distance. Like, you need to know.
I suppose exactly. If you're good at it, but it's the same with anything. Like, people always complain about, it's like, oh, a pool of players has gotten really good with using one item.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's overpowered. It's like, okay, fair enough. They may have some reason to worry, but I find a lot of the time something isn't as overpowered as it is. Like, no, remember when we played Blacklight first?
Yeah.
Fucking people were like, hard suits are overpowered. All you need to do is get a fucking flamethrower, or use your HRV to see the weak point, or whatever. It's like,
yeah. Well, like, it's the same. Like, there's a lot of people on Reddit now giving out about the flying power being too OP as well, but it's not really. Like, Planetside is, a lot of it is to do with flying.
Yeah.
A lot of it is to do with air vehicles and that kind of stuff, and yeah, it might be a bit hard to take them down, but I don't know. I don't think it's OP.
Well, I think when you're playing a massive game like that, like, you know, in DayZ, how Rocket wanted to, he wants to leave everything as realistic as possible. So you do have some crazy OP, well, not crazy OP weapons, but you do have some weapons that are way more powerful. Yeah.
I like
so,
that.
Like, it's like in Planetside, surely
more
it should
realistic.
Yeah, surely it should be the same thing. It's like, oh, the aircraft too hard to take down. It's because they're fucking aircraft, and you've got a rifle. Like, like it should be that way. And you've got so many people there at once. Like, surely, okay, say an aircraft attacks a lowly defended place. Like, that's bad for you. It was just better tactics.
It's not that it's OP. It's just airplane beats
human.
Exactly. I seen a video of a guy doing a stick and C4 on a quad bike as well, so I'm happy that's in. And just driving along and getting off the quad bike and blowing someone up. That's awesome. In Battlefield as well.
Yeah. So. Did you ever see Freddie Wong do the ad for Battlefield? Freddie Wong, Corridor Digital.
Yeah, I think I've seen
where
that.
They did that. They stuck C4 to the little dump truck thing, and that was pretty good. But I love that. I love being able to use vehicles like that.
Yeah.
I do that to brutes in tribes with the jackal. If they're around the flag stand, just jackal them up. I let them run in, and then boom! Great fun.
Yeah. You've been playing what? Guild Wars, is that it?
Yeah, I've been playing Guild Wars. It's funny. It's like
Wars.
What?
Child Wars. Guild Wars. Child Wars. That'd be an epic game.
Child War. It's like, yeah, you can pick your child and you can customize it to look however you want, and then you go to war with other children.
It's free to play.
Free to play, massive, just free for all brawl. Child Wars.
Special weapons. The baby launcher.
Small plastic shovel.
Yeah. Nothing beats the bucket and spade is OP, man. OP.
Bucket and spade's OP. Fucking remove the bucket. Remove the bucket. The spade is fine, but remove the bucket. Oh Oh, brilliant!
Can't have both.
And it's got vehicles as well, like small bikes with stabilizers on them. But anyway, yeah, Guild Wars, not Child Wars. I'm playing Guild Wars. It's funny. Like, I think it was, I was telling you a bit earlier before I went to bed.
Yeah.
The PvP is something similar to Planetside.
Yeah.
Because funnily enough, the server cap is like 2,000. So like when you go onto the game first, you pick your world. You have to pick a world before you do anything else. Like a world is the server. So
can you change between worlds, or you're stuck with that world, or you can make a different character?
No, you're unlike a lot of other MMOs. You're stuck with that world. However, you can guest on another world. Like once you choose that world, that's it. You're locked to that world forever. Oh well, no, that's not strictly true. You can get a server transfer, but you have to pay for that. Yeah,
that sucks.
Well, you see, there's a good reason, and I'm kind of pro that. It's all to do with server pride. Oh, like in early World of Warcraft days, there used to be a big lot of server pride. Like, certain servers get known for being great at things. Like Magtheridon was a PvP server, and it got really well known because, like, for ages the top ranking raid guild in the world were there, Nihilum. And it's like people got attached to their servers and stuff. It got a little less there in current years because they added stuff like a dungeon finder, blah blah blah. I won't get into it. I know you don't understand it, but anyway, so Guild Wars 2, you pick your world and then you make your characters. You can have max 5 characters, whatever, doesn't matter. But on your server then, I think it's every day. I think it was meant to be every week, but I think it's every day now at the moment. Your world will go head to head with 2 other worlds for this massive map area. Now, there's 4 parts of the map. There's the borderlands for each world, which is like your base. So you've got my world is Gunner's Hold, so you've got Gunner's Hold borderlands. And last night we were fighting Jade Sea and Seafarer's Rest. So Seafarer's Rest and Jade Sea had their own borderlands. And you got the Eternal Battlegrounds, which is the center of the whole thing. And in the Eternal Battlegrounds, you have the castle. Now, the object of World versus World is to kill other players, of course. But you've got to control as many points as possible. Lots of different points give you different resources. So there's stuff like camps, forts, towers. There's the castle. There's a bunch of other stuff. The more you control, the more resource you're going to get constantly, and the higher the amount of resource you have, the more bonuses people on the world that you're playing get. So, like, I think you can get bonuses to crafting and bonuses to health. It's like, so everybody who's playing the game, even if they don't do World v World, will get like 2% extra health for the amount of time you've got the high resource or whatever it is. It's nice little bonuses, and it makes it worthwhile. But like, it doesn't ever shut off. World v World is constantly going. So I was playing for about 4 hours there yesterday, and Jade Sea were they were harassing our supply lines. They were killing off our. You've got like supply beasts that go around the map, bringing supplies from base camp out to other places, and use these supplies then to do stuff like repair walls, build catapults, build trebuchets, build battering rams, stuff like that. So they were like we had the main castle in the middle, but they were harassing all the things around it. Like there's a place called Anzalius Keep or something. They kept attacking. Then once we take that back, they'd be somewhere else attacking another place. So we were basically, everybody was trying to coordinate to try and drive them. Yeah, but it was just so good. It was just so, because like everybody was like working together. It was like, I've played games like this in World of Warcraft. Like old Altrat Valley used to be something like it. I remember playing for like, I was in a battle. I was in about 6 hours of a 12-hour long battle one day. It was fucking insane. But like, it was great. Everybody's just working together. It's like, right, go here, go here, go here. You had people not necessarily always grouping up or whatever, but you could get a nice Zerg rush going. You could really wipe out or you could even like bring enemies into ambushes and stuff if you were playing well enough. But it's just so good. It's so good. So fucking good. I just love it. Like
graphics.
Awesome. Graphics.
Yeah, any good?
Graphics are quite nice now. They're probably the nicest. They're probably the nicest of any MMO I've seen. They're actually even nice compared to most AAA titles. Like I was looking through
Planetside.
Planetside would look probably nicer, I'd say, but that's a first-person shooter. It's different. In Guild Wars, I was looking through the options, and I went with my auto detect settings first. I was like, okay, that looks all right. Let's see what I can do. I was checking it. It's like auto detect settings. You're running at 80 frames per second. It's like, yeah, I can eat into that a little bit. I'll see what I can do. I put on reflections in the water for everything. I put on better texture filtering. I put on a couple other things. Better animations, better ground textures, and I brought it down to, it was like averaging 55 frames idle.
Yeah,
I went into battle, I was hitting about 30 to 40. Like, now, when I say battle, I mean this is about 200 people fighting at once.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, just very, very playable anyway.
Definitely. There was like a couple of moments, I don't know why this was, there was a couple of moments I dropped to 15. So I reduced the reflections, because, to be honest, the reflections are really nice, but it's more so for taking screenshots and stuff, I think.
Yeah.
But, so I turned the reflections off, and yeah, it's great. It was running at 40. Solid 40 everywhere. Really. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's not like other MMOs either. You just kind of, like, you have your abilities like other MMOs, but you don't just like click on a guy and just auto attack. You can, but that's not the best way to do it. There's more fun ways. Like, you actually have a dodge mechanic where you have to dodge out of the wave attacks, and like I was my character.
It's mostly real time, like.
Oh yeah, it's all real time.
Well, like, how do you mean, like, auto attack?
Auto attack would be, right, click on a guy, he gets targeted, you'd hit like number 1, and you'd just like auto hit, just regular hit.
Auto magically.
Well, no, it's just the character just starts attacking. He starts doing one. Like my guy, he's.
But there's no actual, other than you pressing 1. There's no like clicking the mouse button to hit a certain place on.
No,
his body or something.
Once you've targeted him, well, you can target with tab as well. You don't hit certain places on the body, no. But it's like, once you target a guy, you can, like the warrior, for example, can just like charge right through him, waving his two-handed sword about, jump backwards, and then whip out a rifle and start shooting. I'm an engineer, so I automatically just start shooting with my rifle. But I've got much more fun things than that. I've got a flamethrower. I whip that out, burn things for a bit. But like it's definitely different to a lot of MMOs that have been out recently. But I still don't know if you'd like it or not.
I don't know.
I think what would confuse you would be the stats. You'd be like, why do I need this shit? Just let me kill stuff.
Pretty much. I like my games simple.
I like a lot of stats. See?
Yeah. That's just really the only thing that's bugging me about Planetside, is that there's so many fucking menus and so much upgrade shite and
but you'd get used to it once.
Yeah, you get the hang of it, but it's just like I just like to go in, fuck all HUD, and then bang, you're dead, and that's pretty much it.
So you just want to go in and die? That's all you want to do? Do you want to get an advantage,
other
man?
People first. Yeah. What's like a Greenlight?
Greenlight?
Yeah.
I'm not really. Well, I looked a bit at it.
It's kind of like other thingy for getting indie games out. What the fuck do you call it? Kickstarter, yeah.
Well,
is it like that?
It's kind of like Valve's attempt to not let Kickstarter be a runaway success on its own. Yeah, because the community gets to pick which games are on. It's like, that's cool. Yeah. However, they added a dislike button. It's like, or downvote or whatever it is. It's like, why? That's insane. That's insane. With Kickstarter, it's like, you don't want the game to come out. It's like, okay, fine, you just don't. You don't pay for it. Yeah. But with this, that could actually give focused trolling. Which I think is completely unfair. I
suppose, like, if you have a group of people that said, I don't like that particular person or whatever, they could like get a mass downvote kind of spree. But
exactly, and it's like that. I don't like that. I don't think that should be what decides if a game goes on or not.
Do they not actually put money towards it?
No. You don't put money towards it. You just
It's
vote.
just an up and down vote.
It's up and down vote. Yeah.
And then Steam takes them on board for
Steam
free or
takes them on
something.
board depending on. I think Steam have the last word about it, but what they said is, I think it was.
So this is really just to get it onto Steam itself.
Yeah, that's it. It's not Kickstarter. It's Kickstarter in a way because it can make or break a game.
Yeah, the game is already made though, and it's just a matter
or
of
the
getting
game
it
is in
Steam.
development, but there's no money.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I
Steam might fund a bit of it or something.
I haven't looked at it extensively. I don't think Steam will fund a bit of it, but what will happen would be like people
get more attention.
Yeah, they get more attention, and indie devs, of course, will have their, if you want to donate, here's my PayPal. So, you know, that's how they'd get. No, it's not. It's more like Valve want. They don't want the Kickstarter craze to go without dipping their fingers in just a little bit, but they haven't gone and done it the whole way. They've done it in such a way that people feel they're more in tune with what's happening on Steam. Yeah, you know, in reality, well, I suppose you are, but I don't know. I find the whole process. See, I usually love this kind of thing, but there's just something about it that just puts me off a bit. It's like, I think it's the downvote button just completely threw me. It's like, why? It's like, okay, fair enough. The guys don't get it. But why downvote it? Why say it's shit? Because surely that's a completely subjective argument. Like, you can't say, oh, this game was completely terrible. Like, yeah, okay, some games can be completely terrible, but what to say? Oh, you don't enjoy one game, you don't think it should be on Steam. Another person might enjoy it, like, you know. And I don't know.
I don't see it being much different than just having an upvote, because like if you have an upvote, people who like the game are going to press upvote, and people it's the same thing, if you get me. At the end, the end
creates
result,
a bigger.
It will probably be the same.
It creates a bigger gap. You see, if you've got the upvote button, it's like, okay, this game received only 20 upvotes. Okay, fair enough. People didn't really want it on there. Yeah. But like the guy's rep isn't like some way destroyed, or you know, whatever. Whereas if somebody went to focus, like I don't mind the downvote there if it was done a bit better. It's just if somebody say some guys trolled this dude who only got 20 upvotes and he got 50 downvotes. It's like, you know, he's got over twice as many downvotes as he did upvotes. That won't look good for people looking at the game. Like as a quick, it's like the way I find things on YouTube. Is if I was like, oh, is this the real video? Have a quick look at the upvotes and downvotes. Like, oh wait, no, too many downvotes. This isn't the video, and I won't watch it then. You know, if I'm looking for something specific. So I think it can harm games that way, because people will be more inclined to look at what other people are saying rather than to go, oh well, I'm going to go and find out myself. Like ideally, you'd have other people going, I'm going to find out myself and fuck what the downvotes say, but that doesn't always happen.
Okay, I see your point, but I still think like if a game is bad, and if there was only an upvote and someone was maybe, I don't know, interested in funding the game or something like that, they're not going to look at the bottom of the pile saying, oh, this one only got 5 upvotes, I'm not going to fund that. It's going to be the same. It's kind of going to be the same result, you know. That game's going to look bad anyway because it's only got 5 upvotes compared to another game that has 1,000 upvotes or whatever, you know.
Well, I don't know how they list it. Like I said, I haven't looked extensively at it. There was a couple of games. I'm just having a look at it now. There were a couple of games there that I did think should have gone on there, but it wouldn't let me upvote at the time. So I was like, yeah, fuck you. Let's see.
I've seen 1 or 2 side scrollers on it or something.
I'd say there'd be a fair few, like being indie. Where is this game now? Euro Truck Simulator 2.
The first one was so good.
Yeah, the first one must have been great.
Oh, it's legendary. The War Z is on it.
Is the War Z on there?
Yeah. Jesus.
I didn't think they'd.
Hammer Point.
I suppose they do really need to, you know, ask Steam, or you know, this could be also great for using, like, getting publicity if like a certain game is doing really well, you know, and people recognize it even more so than just getting it released on Steam. Like some developers, I imagine, will choose to go through this because of that. Because if you put a game out on Steam, like I check Steam every couple of days for new games, but if like most people don't, Most people just like see a game every now and then, or they'd hear about a game and go to Steam specifically for it.
Yeah.
Now I go and I look up new games every now and then. I know a lot of people do, but like you're not gonna. There may not be as much marketed materials for that game, whereas this could be a great way of marketing a game. It's like, instead of choosing to actually put it right onto Steam or whatever, you just choose to, oh yeah, I put it through Greenlight, and get people behind it.
Especially at the moment, because Greenlight is being advertised like a thing on the front page of Steam. Because just to prove your point, Jared, I may downvote the War Z.
And there we have it. See what I mean? See what I mean?
Fuck you, War Z.
Like I don't know if War Z is gonna be a good game or what. I don't care if they were working on it at previous to DayZ coming out. Like I could have it could easily have happened that you play the War Z for. It's too similar. Have you seen the models?
Yeah.
The model, the backpack, baseball cap.
Yeah.
It's like it's too many similarities.
Yeah. No, I think what happened was that game was probably in development maybe 2 years ago, maybe. But when DayZ came out, they probably changed everything quite a lot.
I'd say they upped their development speed as well, because oh shit, this thing is getting popular, quick. Because like what it seems to me, the War Z, it seems more like Dead Island. Now I haven't played Dead Island, but from what I've been told, it's basically Borderlands, but zombies and shit combat.
Yeah, I know. The character models and a lot of the screenshots don't look very good, and then some of them look amazing, but I think they look too amazing.
It's almost like these screenshots are totally Photoshop touched, aren't they? Like
there's definitely something fishy with that game. I can't imagine it being much good at all, to be honest.
Skyscraper simulator, constructing like a pro. But anyway, like I don't know, the War Z just I want to see gameplay before I pass any judgment.
Oh yeah.
And from the sounds of it, like I said, sounds kind of like they took the Dead Island kind of play and made it into DayZ. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
having currency and shit. Doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah, I think Rockets one now is the one to wait for. That should be pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for no hackers, no duping, no fucking everything works. Tents save, vehicles, possibly more vehicles.
Maybe like a few more things to do. I got really bored. I got so bored. There's nothing to do. And fuck you and you don't take enough risks. I took plenty of risks.
Yeah, but like one of the funnest bits for me is starting out. Like, and you were like, you're always, I don't want to die, that kind of thing. I don't want to start out. I think it's fun having everything.
But it is. That's the point. The problem was though, I just didn't have. But for me, it is. Fuck you. The problem I had was just there wasn't enough to do for me. Like I just was like
had everything basically.
Eventually, it was like survive, and it's like go get everything again. Well, why? Yeah. I've done that several times already. I'm sitting here now with a fucking rangefinder, night vision goggles, bloody GPS. I've got like a silenced bison with plenty of ammo. I've got several tents. I've got like what did we have? We had something like 10 saws at one point.
We had enough fucking guns and ammunition to arm a small fucking country.
Yeah, it was like, what's even the point now? We've done it all. We went to war. It's what like that was probably the pinnacle of it. That was so cool. But like I just got bored. There was just nothing to do. It was like go kill other players. Go put yourself in a position where you might be killed by another player. Oh, all right, fair enough.
I like that kind of destroy. I would like that type of game because like you go to some place. I camped out Gorka for about an hour and I killed about maybe 7 or 8 people during that hour, and like I've just destroyed everything they got, and it's I like that kind of trolling. I'm a bad person. You get to start all over again, and then I kill you again.
I remember you saying that. I was like, dude, I just killed 7 guys.
Well, I just kind of landed at Gorka, and there was 3 guys just looking at three other dead. There was three dead bodies on a hill just outside of Gorka.
Yeah.
And these three guys. Well, I only seen two of them at the time, and they were looting these bodies. So I was like, right, I'm going to take you guys out. Shot the two of them. Another third guy appeared later on, and I shot him. And this is all from about 900 meters away. So I was doing quite well. You could when it's 9 meters, because if they walk out of it, it won't render them.
Yeah.
So it was just spot on. If they moved back 10 meters, I wouldn't be able to see them at all. So it was just
good thing they didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I took them out, moved position, and then I think the three guys they killed came back to their bodies, and while I was moving position, I came across one or two of them, shot them. It was class. It was nerve-wracking, though. I love that kind of tension, because I could have died at any moment. And it was just fucking pure lucky, really. Yeah,
like I get that. It's like, your heart's beating. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe I survived that. That's sort of like you don't breathe until after you're done. But like,
that's what I played for.
I enjoyed
get into those positions.
I enjoyed that, and I did get into like enough of those positions to know what it was like. But it wasn't that. It was the goal was the problem for me. I just like it was like, there's no what's my goal now? Oh, I just go here and get into that position for no other reason than to get into that position. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fun for a while, but then it's just...
Well, it's probably going to be something similar with the standalone. I can't imagine there being an in-game of sorts. There's going to be, like, underground camps and...
Yeah, but you see,
so it might be...
that adds a completely different twist to it for me. It's like, and the dogs. Yeah. It's like, dogs and bases. Right, I have something a bit more to work towards now. It's like, once you have it set up, okay, fine, but, like, if... Remember the tents?
Yeah.
How many times did we lose the tents? We lost them so many fucking times.
Yeah.
But every time we come back, they were there again.
Yeah.
And
it's bugs like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It killed the game altogether.
That's kind of what killed it for me. With a base, right? You work and work and work and work and work to build up the base. Say somebody eventually collapses it. Somebody finds it and collapses it. There you go.
That's cool.
That's fine. I still have all my stuff on my character, and I have to go around and fucking build up my base again.
Yeah,
I could get killed while doing that, but for me to intentionally seek out a random thing to do for no reason, eventually just gets boring. Like, I played World of Warcraft for 4 years. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, it just eventually gets to the stage where you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to fucking do this anymore, but it's fucking something to do. It's like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I know that. The bugs and glitches and stuff are. Yeah, I haven't played it at all now in the last week or two myself, to be honest, because I can't be arsed, because there's so much fucking. As well as that, like, the duping is crazy, because everyone now has AS50s and ghillies and fucking.
Yeah, that's bullcrap. That's fucking bullcrap. I know we did dupe a few things.
That was the tent. Come on, we duped a tent because we went down to. What's the name of the place? The barracks.
Fucking
not the airfield.
Starry Sober.
Starry, yeah, we went down to Starry Sober, and there's a shop there beside Starry Sober. We were going into that shop. It took me about 7 or 8 hours. It was 8 o'clock in the morning before we found a tent. It's crazy.
Yeah, you were at that for 6 hours. I was at that for 4 hours. Yeah. And Martin had been at that for about 2 hours with you, because when I got there, Martin had just logged off.
And at the end of it all, we got a tent.
And at the end, we got one tent. One tent. Oh, fucking hell.
Crazy. Like, the rest of the stuff, like, you'd actually find it just from going around, like, major weapons and that kind of stuff. You'd find it just from getting other fucking people's camps. And they're all over the place as well, and they all reset after you take stuff out, whether you save them or not. So.
It was great that day. We're running along. It's like, oh, look, a tent. Rangefinder. No, it wasn't rangefinder. It was like, oh, nice 2 GPS, a few other items. Yeah. Like, cool, we take these. And then afterwards, you're like, right, I'm going to save the tent. It's like, what do you do that for, you cunt? It's like, what's the point in stealing something? It just respawns.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, in the last week or two, I don't know if it's every server, but the actual save tent function isn't working. So you can save it all you like. When a server resets, that stuff will be back in the tent. So
I wonder if our tents are there, because I've seen a video on YouTube You linked it to me, didn't you? I was
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
video.
I did, yeah, and the stuff is still there, Jared.
Is it still there?
Yeah, we still have everything. This clan on boards.ie clan, and they came. They had the helicopter on the board server, and they just were searching for loads of tents. They came upon our tent. One of the lads threw everything in our camp into a truck and fucked off with it. It's all still there. Yeah. All that work for nothing.
Remember that one tent we had as well that was like, okay, it's in the way, destroy it. We destroyed it, come back the next day, it's back up again.
Still there,
like,
yeah.
It's like, shouldn't this tent have disappeared by now? I don't want to put anything into it. It might disappear.
But it wasn't that it was in the way either. It was just that it was
obvious. Oh no, you had died. You had died after putting it down.
Yeah.
That's what was wrong.
Right. But there was another when we were putting the tent down first, and we were putting it down, and I put it in an obvious spot, and I shouldn't have had. I repacked the tent and set it up somewhere else, and when the server restarted, where I planted the tent originally, had popped up a tent, and on the other side had popped up a tent where I had the tent already. Like, so it's full of glitches. Anyway. Hopefully it'll be better when it comes out. What?
Oh, fucking!
You're coming.
I might be! Metal Gear Solid, the new trailer! I just remembered that! I'm looking through these indie games like, Metal Gear Solid! Man, what's think of the trailer?
It better be coming out on PC. It's running on PC, so hopefully. But that doesn't
but that doesn't mean it wasn't just a fucking dev kit. Like, that could have been just a dev kit fucking...
No, Kojima said himself that what was it? It was running on a PC that had similar specs to a PlayStation 3.
Right. So a 4-year-old
but
PC.
But yet the trailer was in 1080p, full HD, like.
Right.
Which PlayStation can't actually do.
Yeah, I know.
It can well. I think a couple of games it can do. I think Gran Turismo was at 1080p.
Yeah, but that's fake. It's like they use a lot of rendering tricks to do it. It's like
I don't know, but no, they wouldn't be able to output that at 1080p on a PS3. No fucking way.
And the new Fox engine looks fucking lovely. I think
it looks good. Although I think Snake's head is too big for his shoulder.
I think he just looks more like Kurt Russell now. I think they've like eventually in the next.
It's like it's almost like a bobblehead.
It's like Kurt Russell's head. Have you ever seen his head?
Yeah.
He's got a massive head. Most of that is chin, but like he's got a massive head. And like Snake now just looks more like Kurt Russell. I think even as the eye patch on. Now this is Big Boss, isn't it? It's not
Big Boss. Yeah,
it's Big Boss. It's not. Naked Snake. It's not Solid. And who's the dude in the trailer who hands the kid the thingy?
I have no idea. There was speculation on him. There was one of the bosses in Snake Eater, I think, that got burned alive. So they were thinking it's him. I forget his name though.
Was it Volgin?
Volgin, yeah, I think that's it.
He was bigger than that though. I remember him being. He was the lightning suit dude. That completely bullshit boss.
Yeah. Snake Eater was class. Though.
Snake Eater was great.
It had the most ridiculous bosses, but it was
I know. I thought the sniper boss was actually really, really good. Fucking Sniper Santa.
Yeah.
He was great. Just him falling asleep when he's waiting for you. Like, like the first time you come across him when he's asleep, you're like, shit, wait, what? He's not moving. Excellent. Whip out a gun.
I remember out that night. I remember playing him for the first time. I think we were having a house party in my house or something.
Yeah, we were at your house and you were playing Snake Eater.
It was so class.
I was so, and then the dead boss dude, and like we were for ages like, what do we use that damn cyanide capsule thing for? It's like you go to the end of the dead boss thing, you drop dead into the water, and then you use the cyanide capsule. It brings you back to life. It's like, what? Why?
Yeah. It's the most ridiculous game, but I think it's one of the best. Well, Metal Gear 1.
Well, it's great if you go at the start of it. Was that the start of it? It's like, have you played Metal Gear Solid 2? And you go, yes. And when he comes off the ship, he's got Raiden's face. And he's like, Snake, you can take off your protective mask now. And he takes off Raiden's face, and it's Snake.
But you know the child in the cage?
Yeah.
And the new trailer, I think we were saying it could be Snake, but I don't think it is actually. One of them, I think I read somewhere, it could be Raiden, because I think wasn't Snake kind of, he grew up quicker than he should have had or something because he's engineered.
Yeah, he did, but Solid Snake fought Big Boss at the end of Metal Gear 1. Like, not Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear.
Okay.
So Big Boss was still alive when Snake fought him. And then in the second one, I think you fight a clone of him or something. I was saying it could be Liquid Snake. Because I know Solid Snake grew up elsewhere. Because he basically had the same life as Big Boss. But
I don't think Solid Snake anyway. His hair's colour is different. Well, not that would mean
not
anything,
that would mean a lot, no. But no, I think it could be Liquid.
Yeah.
But, like, even if it's not Liquid, like, I don't think it's Raiden. He just seemed like a regular dude in the set. How much of the second one did you play?
Somewhere though.
Oh, fucking! Of course he's going to be. Kojima has like a foot-long hard-on for Raiden.
He loves him.
He loves Raiden. Nobody else likes Raiden as much. Yeah. Even when you made him shit cool, nobody liked him as much.
Yeah, Kojima, get over him.
He's just a dude. Did he break your heart? Did he break your heart, Kojima? Did he? Did he tell you he loved you and then betrayed you? Is that what he did? It's okay, Kojima. It's okay. Solid still loves you.
The boy that never was.
The boy that never was. The boy that shouldn't have been. But no, like I don't know if Raiden will have anything to, because in Solid Metal Gear Solid 2, when you're playing as Raiden, I seem to remember him having conversations with, like, was it the Colonel or something, and he was talking about, you know, how, like, he just sounded like a regular kind of guy. Like, which kind of confused the fuck out of me, because Snake is like, in Metal Gear Solid 1, the first one I played, is like, Snake, Solid Snake, you're a legend. It's like, yeah, I know. Kiss me, you damn hot bitch. But, like, you know, that was Snake. And then you get Raiden, it's like, yeah, I have a fiance. Yeah,
I'll do a dance.
Oh yeah, no, I'm doing a top secret mission. I'm a secret agent. Yay! It's like I thought Raiden's all right. I just didn't think he should have been the main character.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I think I stopped playing Metal Gear 2 when I got to. Well, I played a bit. I think I got as far as Vamp or something on Metal Gear 2.
I don't think I got to just after the fight with Solidus, when Solidus is on the Harrier, and you've got
I remember that.
The Stingers.
I did play it, yeah.
But I think Vamp is after that. No, do you mean the fight with Vamp, or?
Yeah.
I think the fight with Vamp's after that.
Not killing, maybe, but...
Oh, you don't kill
maybe
him,
it is
no.
after.
You shoot him in the head, and then, like, he drops down dead, and then you go away, and then fucking Fortune appears. She's like, no, that death was for me! And then Vamp is like, I am immortal anyway. So...
Yeah. I don't like Raiden, but Vamp was fucking awesome. That fight was class.
The fight between Vamp and Raiden in Metal Gear Solid 4 was cool.
Yeah,
or like, cool was you immortal too? No, I just do not fear death. And then they're just basically busting themselves up to bust each other up. It's like Raiden stabbing himself, and
I don't know. I still don't think it was as good as Metal Gear 2. The Vamp in Metal Gear 2 was class. I think he looked a bit different too, and he looked a bit cooler or something. I don't know.
He looked more fucking feral in Metal Gear 2. In Metal Gear 4, he looked like he'd been using L'Oreal.
Yeah.
So, but in Metal Gear 2, he did look far
changed his conditioner.
yeah. He got a new hairdresser. But same hairdresser as Liquid Snake, of course. But we got. I can't wait till we sit down and play all those. We're not gonna get them all done in one weekend, are we?
I highly doubt it. We're going to do a marathon run of Metal Gear.
Woo! Metal Gear weekend!
Should we like try and stream it or something?
That
Could be a good idea. I don't know. It
no
won't
promises.
be happening anytime soon anyway.
No promises, because we need to get all the games, because fucking we don't have those anymore. There's also Peace Walker. We're going to play Peace Walker, because that's where you fight the big boss.
Is that Xbox only?
No, it's...
Remember,
I linked you the HD collection. There's Metal Gear Solid 2 HD. There's Metal Gear Solid 3 HD. And fuck you, okay? I look at everything you link me. not going anymore. Fuck you. I do this all the time. Why do I even bother saying anything? But you get Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, and Peace Walker. Peace Walker is on the PSP now. But a friend of mine played it, and he gave me the game when he was moving away, and he said, "Listen, it's a good game. Just play it. It's a good Metal Gear Solid game." I was like, no, the areas seem tiny. PSP controller. But
small screen.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind actually playing it now. See, the PSP was great for some things, but not Metal Gear Solid, because you needed a lot of... Not depth of field, but you needed, like, the map. You needed to be able to see the map. Yeah. And I think Peace Walker was completely from behind, which was strange. Where's my top overview?
No, I can't wait for the new Metal Gear anyway, especially if it's on PC, because I'll have to buy a PlayStation if it comes out again for the third time now.
Probably third time buying it. Yeah, that's been.
Well, I bought my first one, which was the original one that came out, Fatty Boom Batty. That died on me, and I think everyone who had a 60 gig PS3, I'd say it's dead by now. I don't think there's any of them alive right now. They're extinct. I fixed it a couple of times. Like the first time I fixed it lasted 6 months, and then after that it only lasted like a month. Too bad. But then I bought a Slimmy. That lasted me a while, and then I got bored because there was not much games. Well, there was games coming out, but nothing major, and I was getting into PC gaming at the time, and I couldn't be bothered with the PS3, so I just sold it. Yeah.
I would have personally kept it. I've kept most of my old consoles. Was I telling you? I set up loads of my consoles recently. I set up the Xbox yesterday, though the fucking disc tray doesn't work, so I'm thinking of getting that repaired. Not sending off the fucking cunty fucking micro fucking gee bag soft. No.
What was that? What you call them?
Micro fucking cunty fucking gee bag soft. How did I remember that? Anyway, I'm not sending off to Microsoft because I sent Xbox off to them 3 times and had to have the warranty extended several times because of the problems I had. But I can just repair probably the disc tray and the laser myself. It's not all that hard.
Yeah.
The other things I set up, I got my Dreamcast back. I have a Dreamcast.
What's that now? Dreamcast?
Dreamcast.
Never heard of it.
You never heard of the Dreamcast? Same generation as PS2 and GameCube. And
the one that died about a month after.
Wait, no, it came out a year before PS2 came out, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's out a year! They got a head up." And then PS2 came out and was like, "Hey, bro, we got all the developers on our side." And they say we're like,
"What was that game that was coming out on Shenmue? Was it
Shenmue? Yeah." That was pretty big. It came out then on Xbox after.
Yeah, I remember that being advertised everywhere. Was it good?
I don't. It was kind of one of the first big open worldy. I didn't play. I watched a friend play some of it. It was kind of one of the first big open worldy kind of GTA 3 style sandbox kind of games.
But GTA hadn't been done at the time, was that the 3D version?
The 3. I don't think. I don't think so. But anyway, it was one of the first. Anyway, what else did I set up? I fucking I didn't set up my PS2 because my PS2's fucked. I need to get a new one. But there's a PS2 set up out there as well. I had the N64. What else do I have there? Oh, the GameCube. I have the GameCube set up. My housemate has a Master System. A Master System from like early 90s, and I'm buying an old Mega Drive and SNES off a guy soon. Yeah. So I'm all set up. It's like, oh yeah, it's so awesome. Let's go out play me some Super Smash Brothers. Yay.
There's very little old games that I'd be actually that well, like I didn't play an awful lot of games when I was a kid. Like I was poor.
Me too, but like my parents managed to get a second-hand Master System somewhere, and all I had was built-in Sonic on that, and I just played that all the time. Then eventually I got a Mega Drive which had 6 games on one cartridge. Never had anything else, just played that all the time. And eventually I started buying my own stuff. All
I had was a Game Boy Advance, which wasn't really any more advanced than the normal Game Boy. It was still the same fucking... what was it? A Game Boy Advance, was that the color version?
No, there was Game Boy. There was Game Boy Color. There's Game Boy Color after that. It was like the original Game Boy, except a bit smaller.
No, I didn't have the color version of it anyway. It was the shittier one. Oh
Wait,
my god,
so wait,
brutal.
you had a black and white Game Boy?
Yeah.
There wasn't a Game Boy Advance then, because the Game Boy Advance is quite good except for the backlit screen. It didn't have a
No,
backlit screen.
it wasn't advanced. It must have been the first one.
It was, yeah, just Game Boy.
Yeah, Game Boy. Yeah.
Nice, those are cool.
Oh god, it was bad. I hadn't a clue what I was buying. I was like, I knew Mario was good at the time, so I bought this Mario game, and it just ended up being like fucking Tetris, but with Mario fucking hate on it. It was just
Dr. Mario. That's it.
I don't know. I forget the name of it.
It's Dr. Mario. It's definitely Dr. Mario.
Rubbish, anyway.
I know these things.
And like Top Gun then as well or something. It's just line going across the screen and a little dot in the middle for your gun. Okay, a single pixel.
The guy I'm buying the SNES off, he says he has Duck Hunt and a working controller for it. Now, Duck Hunt was one of the first light gun games.
Yeah, I remember Duck Hunt. I never had it. Like I was one of my cousins, but Duck Hunt was good.
I might be getting that off, and that'd be good. Great. I've never played Duck Hunt myself.
Yeah.
I wonder if the controller still works. But no, there's like a good few old games I'd play, but most of the old games I'd play now would be 90s PC, like Deus Ex, Thief, that sort of stuff.
I remember playing Commandos in college. Did you remember some of the PCs in the college room?
Yeah, I never liked that.
They had Commandos on it. Oh, I love playing that.
I never liked that game. Though, like, there was fuck all else to do in computer class.
There was nothing else.
It's like we knew more than the teacher did. She's like, okay, now this is how you open a web browser. And we're like, yeah, come back to us when you fucking get to like the internet.
Yeah. Send an email. Yeah.
Hey, this is how you send an email. Now open Microsoft Outlook. It's like, oh god. No, I'm just going to open fucking whatever the fucking shite it was. I mostly went to Newgrounds back then, I think. Because, like...
What?
I mostly went to Newgrounds on the internet then, when we were back in school.
Oh.
Newgrounds, Flash website.
There's a website, like...
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Was that thing with the stick figures or something?
Yeah, it used to have Stick Death on it, I think.
Stick
or was Stick Death completely different?
Awesome.
Yeah, and you know Eageraptor and his, like, Metal Gear Awesome series? Yeah, that's on Newgrounds. That came from Newgrounds originally. And shit like that. So I used to go there all the time. It was like it was one of the older websites there.
You're bringing back memories.
This back in the day, the Wild West of the internet. It still pretty much is the Wild West. It's just more people are clued in now. But yeah, bringing back some serious memories there.
Okay, I think we'll leave it there, Jared. We'll go off and get emotional. Start crying and stuff.
Let's go cry together. Alright, anyway.
Right. See. Bye.